we'll be watching. Time for us to go viral here on First Things First. LeBron James put up a 21, 11, and 13 triple-double in the Lakers' fifth straight win yesterday. But it was Snoop Dogg's play-by-play that had the internet buzzing. Take a listen.
Snoop! He's here with us at halftime. Snoop,
what's up, fellas?
you tell me what's up.
Hey, man, defense wins championships. Look like we're on our way.
LeBron just taking over the game now.
Come on, Bron, walk into the park. That's a walk in the park right there. We call that cake mix. Get that. Let's go. Let's go. Push that, LBJ. Run that point. PG. Get out there, Bradley. Get out there. Give it back to him. Oh, threes, please.
That's usually Danny's spot right there. That corner three.
Don't stop now.
You know, Danny used to play out here, so he got to get him a little bit of something. He
That's
gotta
right.
miss a
One
few shots.
championship here.
Yeah, he got to miss a few shots to make them feel like it's all right. Man, teamwork make a dream work. It takes two to make a thing go right.
They've combined so far this young season for 50% of the Lakers' points.
Oh, good D. Let's go. Get that glass. Let's go. Give it to LeBron. Let him run the point. Space the floor. Take your time. Lob up. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. Hey, I gotta get back to my feet, man. I'm gonna go back.
Snoop's got as good of a life as anybody going. Go to any of these sporting events in LA. If he wants to do a little play-by-play, they'll let him. We've heard him do hockey play-by-play. He's obviously a huge Laker fan. That was a fun game last night.
He was doing the play-by-play and the color right there.
Oh, yeah.
He got it all covered.
It takes two to make a thing go right.
You know, Danny Green used to play down here.
Like
By
it.
the way, that is a dope medallion Snoop was wearing yesterday. So, I mean, that's got some weight to it.
Yeah, that rap money going back to the early 90s for Snoop.
Man, but Snoop
doing it for a long
Snoop
time.
got the Martha Stewart money coming in, the rap money, a little television money. He probably did that for free last night for the Lakers, which was nice.
It's fun.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, back to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. They were hosting the undefeated Patriots last Sunday Night Football. Lamar was electric, 3 total touchdowns. And the Ravens as a team had 210 rushing yards, the most against the Patriots since 2014. On the flip side, Tom Brady struggled, posting his second lowest passer rating in a game this season. And the Patriots lost the turnover battle. When do we ever say that? Ravens win 37-20. Here's Lamar Jackson after handing New England their first loss on the season.
I feel like our team already knew what we was capable of, you know. We just had to show it, and we did that tonight. We just have to build off that. You know, we can't just get on our high horse, feel like, you know, we just won the Super Bowl because we did it. That's just one regular season game. We got to continue to build.
Losses always find a way to recalibrate, you know, how you see yourself. And, you know, we obviously have a lot of work to do. So, just wasn't obviously good enough. Get beat by 17 points. That's not what we're all about. So I give the Ravens credit. I think they played really well. Took advantage of their opportunities, and that's what it takes.
All right, Nick, there's a lot to get to with this one, but first off, how impressive was this win for Lamar and the Ravens last night?
Very impressive for the Ravens, wildly impressive for Lamar. Lamar, who it should be noted, 1 year ago today, had made 0 career NFL starts, and since then has made 16, and his team is 12-4. In those 16 starts. A team that was mediocre, if not dead in the water, before he took over last year. They obviously went 6-1 and then lost in the playoffs. And now this year, they're 6-2 through his 8 starts this season. The reason to me it was so impressive for Lamar was that play right there, among others. But it's 24-20. Early in the third quarter. The Patriots have scored 10 points off Ravens turnovers. The Ravens have had a scoop and score defensive turnover. So they're about even in that regard. Even though the Ravens had dominated the game, it felt like the Patriots were one stop away from getting the ball back, down less than a score, feeling like all the momentum was on their side. And what did Lamar do on that drive? 3rd and 5, that 18-yard pass to David Andrews. Oh, you're going to do that cover 0. You're going to threaten, you're going to tell me we don't think you can make this throw. I'm going to throw it where my 6'5" tight end can only get it. And then later in the drive, 4th and 4. Oh, okay. No, we're not going to have Justin Tucker come out and kick a 54-yarder. We're going to trust Lamar, move the pocket to hit Willie Snead.
Yesterday, he's playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They should be able to take care of their business at home. He did what they were supposed to do. Lamar Jackson last night did something that a lot of people didn't think he could do, which is stare Bill Belichick and Tom Brady in the eyes and go out there and lead his team to victory. He had a great game. He orchestrated that run game, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. That's probably the most important part of it. Kept that offense on schedule, and when he had to make throws, he was able to make throws.
Lamar was exceptional. The only reason I'm not giving him my answer this week is because I actually did expect that. I did not expect the Chiefs to beat the Vikings. I'm giving it to Andy Reid. Having that team ready to play in what was a critical game, drawing up offense to where Matt Moore can get Tyreek Hill involved, and Harrison Butker hitting a 54-yarder with 2.5 minutes to go to tie the game. The defense forces a 3-and-out, then gets back on the field for the game winner. The Chiefs, the whole team, so Andy Reid gets it, beating a 6-2 Vikings team to stay alive for the 2 seed in the AFC. Critical win. I give it to Andy Reid.
All right, the Browns fell to 2-6 with their loss to Denver yesterday. In the Super Bowl era, only one team has made the playoffs after starting 2-6. So, Nick, the most disappointing Brown this season has been blank.
Baker. Come on. Baker last year set the rookie touchdown passing record. This year, the only quarterback who has a lower rating is Rosen, and Rosen doesn't even get to play. No. There are a lot of people who this falls on, but Baker's the most talented of those people, so it falls heaviest on him. I say Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield's the right answer, but in the interest of not being redundant, I'm going to go with somebody else. Freddie Kitchens, the head coach. I mean, he's the guy they decided to give the gig to based on what he did as the interim offensive coordinator in the second half of 2018, and it just has not looked like the same offense, and it has not looked like the same team. They're not as competitive as they were in the second half. Coming into a season with greater expectations, this team has underachieved, one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. That has to reflect poorly on the head coach.
The only problem with being disappointed with Freddie is it's akin to being disappointed with the puppy for peeing on the rug when all the puppy's ever done is pee on the rug. Maybe it's disappointing.
Can I ask you a question? Is Freddie Kitchens cashing the checks to be the head coach?
Yeah.
So it's fair to hold him accountable.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fair.
Okay.
It's fair.
And John Dorsey's probably out shopping as we speak. Moving on to Aaron Rodgers.
John Dorsey got some of the blood on his hands, too, now, bro.
Yeah.
John Dorsey didn't trade away one of their offensive linemen for Olivier Vernon, didn't he?
Packers suffered a tough loss to the Chargers yesterday, despite being heavy favorites. Chris Kenny, the team with the most concerning loss yesterday, was blank.
It has to be the Jets. It has to be the Jets, Jenna. That was miserable what they went down there and did. The Miami Dolphins, they look like a college team, like you pointed out earlier.
What does that make the Jets?
I mean, the worst team in football. The worst team in football. I mean, I know the Bengals don't have a win, but I don't know who I would pick if those two teams matched up.
Oh.
That's how bad it is for the Jets. They've lost 4 straight down in Miami. Miami's a team that's not even trying to win.
Right.
And they end up beating the Jets, a team that a lot of people said, if everything went right, could be a wild card team. They are awful. One of the worst teams in football, if not the worst team in football.
I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts lost yesterday to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another loss where Adam Vinatieri, he wanted to retire after week 2. Maybe they should have let him. I understand last week they're like, oh, but he kicked the game winner last week. They only needed the game winner because he was missing kicks last week. And yes, and I know he had a bad hold on the potential game-winning kick, but he had missed an extra point, which made him have to go for 2, which is why they were in the position they were in. They have 3 losses this year in Indy. Week 1 and Week 9 are on the leg of future Hall of Famer Adam Vinatieri. You can't win the style the Colts are trying to win if you don't have a reliable kicking game, and they do not have a reliable kicking game in Indy right now.
So Adam Vinatieri is Ray Finkel now? That's what we're doing? Laces out?
Einhorn and Finkel.
And Jacoby Brissett got hurt as a little add injury to the insult of the loss. Brian Hoyer out there throwing red zone picks.
Yesterday, Lamar Jackson.
Another game that cost me money.
He looked good for the first 5 minutes that he came in, though.
Hoyer?
Lamar Jackson and the Ravens dominated the Patriots. They jumped out to a 17-point lead. They never looked back. Lamar's performance has further cemented his MVP candidacy. Nick Wright, the MVP so far this season, has been blank.
Russell Wilson, 22 touchdowns, 1 pick. And Candy, you pointed this out during the break, and I didn't know it. Only the Bucs and the Giants have allowed more 25-point games than the Seahawks. So the Seahawks defense has been downright bad, and Russell has them oh yeah, they're 7-2 through 9 weeks. He's the MVP.
Yeah, usually when you talk about the MVP, you're talking about the most outstanding player. You're not necessarily talking about who means more to their team.
Valuable.
But in this situation, it's clear that Russell Wilson means more to his team than any other player in the NFL. That's why he has to be the MVP. And then his competitive greatness, being at his best when his best is required. 4 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime this season. That is outstanding.
He's been the most outstanding and most valuable, you could argue.
Hello.
He has been both.
He's been the mop and the